Well, I'm ringside with one of the ladies that's going to be competing in centering tonight. A young lady that could easily turn her hand to modelling, but instead she's chosen the fight game. Caley Lewis. Caley, you represent well in centering. You're a good athlete and a great fighter. Just tell me a little bit about why you chose Thai boxing over perhaps another occupation.
Well, I started with team sports my whole life, and in team sports you've got other people to rely on and stuff, and I thought a solo sport would be good. Challenging. I know it's a male-dominated sport, but if you're good at what you do and you're confident, then I don't see why females shouldn't have a shot at it.
Well, as I said, you're in a male-dominated sport.
Yeah.
How do you fit in down at the gym? There's obviously a couple of other girls training with you down there. Do you feel part of it?
I'm actually the only girl at the moment. I mean, there's other girls in beginners and that sort of thing, but fighters-wise, I'm by myself. So I've got Chris and Luke and all those boys to train with. So I actually like it like that. It makes me a stronger fighter, stronger on pads, stronger in sparring. I've always got the boys to grapple with, so I know in my mind that I'm always going to be the strongest that I can be with the boys, yeah.
International battle coming your way. Angela the Bullet Bennett from New Zealand, current New Zealand North Island title holder, takes on Perth's own 28-year-old stunner, Caley Lewis. Angela Bennett makes her way to centering, trained by Stu Chambers out of the fight shop in New Zealand, a record of 8-7 for this 24-year-old, taking on Caley Lewis, a record of 6-2, making return to centering after a 9-month layoff. In that 9 months, of course, Caley having a shoulder surgery in January. It's good to see her back in centering. Hammer.
Of course, Caley's 28 years of age, and I tell you what, the crowd support, unbelievable for her on this card. I reckon 80% of the people here are right behind her, that's for sure.
Both ladies tie up early on. High knee there from Caley Lewis to open up proceedings. Good height and reach advantage going the way here of the Australian. With the yellow shin and steps on. Good front kick from Caley Lewis, just digs into the midsection of Angela Bennett. No filling out process here in the first round between Bennett and Caley Lewis.
You'll find Caley will probably take a round or two just to get a groove back, so to speak. She's been absent from the ring for some time, so just getting the process back in order, feeling out the moves in centre ring. And you'll see her probably start to put it together as the rounds tick along.
Interestingly, Caley Lewis comes into this fight before that layoff on a 5-fight winning streak. Her last fight was against Carmen Thompson from New Zealand, formerly from Sydney, and Nitikwan from Thailand, who had around 100 fights and a great scalp that Caley added to her list of outstanding credentials. As I said earlier, Angela Bennett here is a North Island title holder in New Zealand, has recently taken on champion Michelle Preston from New Zealand, and the current title holder Anthea the Hyper Morrison only 3 weeks earlier.
Well, Caley already starting to find her range, putting in some beautifully timed push kicks and just keeping the New Zealand challenger at bay, measuring off, using her reach so well.
Caley Lewis moving well again. Good use of the front kick off the lead leg. Thought about doubling up on it. Goes for the outside lead thigh of Angela Bennett. The experience advantage here goes the way of Bennett. 16 fights to her credit. Caley Lewis only 8 fights, but she is always hard to defeat in front of her home audience. Hammer is Caley Lewis. Into the first round, we go to the towels.
Well, certainly I'll give that first round to Caley, and she's really pumped for this one. Nice use of the push kick. You've got to score that. All of the techniques are working so well for her. The push kick, the leg kick, she's just rolling him through at will at this point. Not a lot of ring rust on Caley Lewis at all.
Taryn Reece and the team from Riddler's Gym in the corner of Caley Lewis as we get ready to rock and roll. Second round of action of this modified Thai contest. We are, of course, set for 5-2. The ladies are permitted to knee to the body and the head of each other. No elbows are included under these rules.
Well, we've got to say it's good to be back in Perth. We haven't had a Perth Thai boxing, kickboxing event an event from Perth in some time. So it's good to be back in Perth and showcasing the great athletes. Those fights earlier, I tell you what, something special. The talent coming out of Western Australia is truly great, and a credit to all of the fighting fraternity, the trainers, the helpers in the gyms, and of course the fighters themselves. They're really able to match it with any of the best, I feel.
Just have a look at the job here that Caley Lewis is using her reach to keep Angela Bennett on the outside of the ring, while Caley dominates centering. Long reach on that lead jab, beautiful round kicks to the legs, and of course the Caley Lewis trademark front kick to the midsection. High left round kick, step across inside thigh kick to the back leg of the Kiwi, and she goes for it again. And so far, it is Caley Lewis working the legs, an absolute treat.
Well, supremely fit she is as well, and obviously coming out of Riddler's gym, they really focus on her training, and one of few of the ladies training down there. And of course, as she mentioned in the interview, she's really the only one that's stepping in and fighting at this point. The other girls are down there training, but no one's really stepping up to fight. So she gets the good hard rounds with the guys, no doubt, mixing it up, and I don't reckon they'll be doing her too many favours because she can hold her own, I'm sure.
Jab 2, nicely done from Caley. Skips out of the way the attempted round kick off the rear leg from Angela Bennett. Again, just forcing Bennett back against the ropes. Steps through with her lead right on that occasion. Nicely done from Caley. Skips up with the round kick again, then goes for the inside left thigh. In the words of ZZ Tophammer, she's got legs and she knows how to use them.
And she's looking the goods too, nice and fit, not breathing too hard. And just mixing it up high-low. She's going upstairs for the head attacks, getting the gloves nice and high and then chopping down low. So a good use of range, height and angles from Caley Lewis.
Darren Reece there in the corner. As you saw, we are sold out here at the Craigie Leisure Centre in Perth. Even the standing room is all gone, and I've been told they've had to knock people back at the door here at the stadium.
Massive event, Supremacy Promotions. This is Supremacy number 4. The last 2 Supremacy events have actually sold out, and this one has been no exception, with people absolutely hanging from the rafters here.
All tied up, and they tango back in the neutral corner early on in this round. Caley drifts back to centre ring. And again, Angela Bennett moving laterally, as she has fight so far. Look at that, step in left hook, outside thigh kick. Your bread and butter combination working well here for Caley Lewis. Then she goes up to the rib cage. Again, just attacking that back leg of Angela Bennett. And you know, Hammer, with the long legs that Caley has, she has that ability to step across and be able to hit that further back rear leg with ease.
Well, she's certainly working the legs nicely. And the Kiwi girl, Bennett, is actually looking a little bit daunted. She doesn't want to come forward. She's getting hit on the way in. She needs to be a little bit creative on how she's going to shut down the range and get on the inside. I'd like to see her using her punches a bit more, but she's just right in that shot zone. She's right in the kill zone, and Caley's just teeing off on her.
Caley skips forward again, trying to cut off the ring and keep Angela in that blue corner. Tip kick to the leg there from Angela Bennett, not working for her. Caley ties her up, works a couple of knees, tucking it under the left arm, and the referee separates both ladies. Final stages of the third round of 5. Our centre referee, of course, Claire Scullen, doing a fantastic job. Our ringside judges also feature a female, Sharon Bullcholz. Mick Waite and Blair Smith are doing the honours on a 10-point must system. Once again, high left round kick, leg kick off the rear leg from Caley Lewis. She is all legs in this fight, Hammer.
And working the legs well. She backs her kicks up well. Nice torque on the hip there in the clinch. Spun her around, set her for a knee. So nice work in the clinch as well, Caley. See her lock down, get the knee, the high grapple, knee on the inside, and you'll see her just spin her off after she executes the knee. There you go, bang, rib on the turn. Beautiful work.
4th round of action. We are set for 5. Both ladies touch gloves. We have Caley Lewis in control, and Angela Bennett needs to start to turn the tide in her favour. She's got to get a lot more gusto behind her here in the penultimate round.
She hasn't really impressed me with her handwork, Bennett. Really not committing to her punches. She's throwing the punches, not rotating the hip, not really powering up on them, and you can't afford to do that against a fighter the calibre of Caley Lewis. You've really got to load up and throw caution to the wind, but she's thoroughly intimidated, I feel.
I just wonder if the sheer length of the arms and legs is really playing havoc on the range here of Angela Bullet Bennett. It says on our official stats here that Caley Lewis is only 3 centimetres taller, 168 versus 165. But Hammer, having a look up here in centering, and these ladies being right in front of us, there is much more than a 3 centimetre height advantage going the way of Caley Lewis.
Well, it seems that way, but it also, sometimes the height can also be dictated by how far apart the legs of the fighter are. And Caley has a very upright stance, whereas the Kiwi girl tends to have her legs spread a little bit more. That might be affecting her height. But in fact, Caley's just, again, dominating. You're seeing the clinch there when they're standing pretty much head to head. But there is, it's probably a little bit in it, but not as much as it appears when they're fighting at range.
Double round kick off the rear leg there from Lewis. Nicely done. Sticks out that long-reaching jab again. Inside of 30 seconds remaining in the fourth round of 5. And just have a look here once again how Caley Lewis forces Angela Bennett back against the ropes and keeps her at bay with the jab and the round kicks. It's been the telltale of this whole fight so far, and we're almost into the final round.
Beautiful round kick to the body there from Caley as well. She's working both legs in unison and just powering up on the hands to overlap. And Bennett is really confounded here. She doesn't know what she has to do, basically, to cut a break.
End of the fourth, one more to go. It is 4 rounds to zip in favour of Caley Lewis. However, you cut the pie on this one. And Angela Bennett needs to find a Hail Mary shot in the final round, Hammer.
Well, she needs a knockdown and knockout, in fact, to even look remotely like making an impression on the scorecards with this one. Round 5, we're into.
Don't forget, folks, still to come in our main event here tonight, Eugene Boom Boom Equilboom. The biggest thing in WA defends his world super middleweight strap against the Kings Cup champion Matsui of Thailand. It should be an absolute cracker. It is a rematch and a revenge match.
Beautiful hand work there, finishing with a leg kick from Caley. And again, she's really picked up the pace in the 5th and final round, heading to the finishing bell.
I really do like how Caley Lewis sort of uses that leg kick off the rear leg as an exclamation mark after every combination she throws. It's the nice 1-2 with the hands, bang, downstairs to the lead thigh or the rear thigh of Angela Bennett. And once again here, Caley Lewis just systematically taking the Kiwi apart. Angela Bennett has no answers whatsoever for the sheer work rate of an in-form returning Caley Lewis. And it's great to see Hammer Caley coming back so strongly after that shoulder surgery in January, and there are no signs of ring rust after a 9-month hiatus.
No, she's picked up right where she left off from. And this bout sponsored by Paul Tasco and the Broking Centre, the crew from the Broking Centre. Well, I think they've got a winner here. They're right behind Caley and they've sponsored her fight.
Left hook, step across, outside thigh kick to the lead leg of Bennett. Time is now the enemy of Angela Bennett. She tries to check the low kick, but once again, Caley Lewis, with more kick than a chorus line, is just picking her apart. And the fact of the matter is, Hammer, that for, 4.5, almost 5 rounds now, we really haven't seen Angela Bennett land one flush power shot on Caley Lewis. That's how effective, evasive, and how good a use of the reach Caley Lewis has.
Well, the Kiwi girl just isn't really rating on the aggressor meter voice. She's not really. She hasn't come out with this one. Very timid indeed, and just basically shown too much respect to Caley, and Caley's fully dominated, taken advantage of that, and I reckon she's actually half looked after her. She hasn't opened up on her as much as she probably could.
Trying to pull the head down into the farewell knee. Final salvo of the 5-rounder. And don't forget that Caley Lewis was giving away half a career of experience. 8 fights for Caley coming in tonight, not having fought in the last 9 months. 16 or double the fights going the way of Angela Bullet Bennett. It is a huge gap in experience at this female level, and Caley Lewis has really done it well. Certainly appreciating the efforts here by Caley Lewis. Unanimous decision goes the way of the WA featherweight state champion. Caley Lewis now takes her career record to 7-2, and she is back in a very big way. Look out, female featherweights Australia-wide, because Caley Lewis is back and she is looking dominating. Great victory for Caley. And a good way to continue the night here for Team Riddler Gym with Darren Reece and all the boys and girls. Here's how it went down.